Hope is not a strategy. Luck is not a factor. Fear is not an option. The nation that leads in renewable energy will be the nation that leads the world. The future is not set. There is no fate but what we make. Curiosity is the most powerful thing you own. Failure is an option, fear is not. Sometimes your whole life boils down to one insane move. Your only competitors are your past achievements. Your imagination can create a reality. People call me a perfectionist, but I'm not. I'm a rightist. I do something until it's right, and then I move on to the next thing. What are you gonna do? Talk the alien to death? Tread softly upon the earth because the faces of the unborn look up at you. A woman's heart is an ocean of deep secrets. Go home, pick up your video camera, and make a film. Old Rose, it's been 84 years, and I can still smell the fresh paint. The china had never been used. The sheets had never been slept in. Titanic was called the ship of dreams, and it was. It really was. The magic doesn't come from within the director's mind, it comes from within the hearts of the actors. I love it when I have a nightmare. To me that means I got my money's worth out of that 8 hours. But failure has to be an option in art and in exploration, because it's a leap of faith, and no important endeavor that required innovation was done without risk. You have to be willing to take those risks. It's about human imagination and curiosity. What's out there? What's in the great beyond? What exists at levels we can't see with our 5 senses? Here's my philosophy in life. If there's a fire, you put it out. If there's a flood, you fill sandbags and you build a dike. You roll up your sleeves and you get to work. A director's job is to make something happen, and it doesn't happen by itself. So you wheedle, you cajole, you flatter people, you tell them what needs to be done. And if you don't bring a passion and an intensity to it, you shouldn't be doing it. The universe is like a giant bank vault lock, where the tumblers are constantly moving, and once in a while the tumblers line up and you have to listen for the click. So you must be prepared in that moment to step through the door. I guess Titanic because it made the most money. No, I'm kidding. I don't really have a favorite. Maybe Terminator because that was the film that was the first one back when I was essentially a truck driver. I dreamed I was a soldier who could bring peace. Sooner or later, though, you always have to wake up. When you have the feeling that anything's possible, sometimes you wind up acting on it. When the ship docks, I'm getting off with you. This is crazy. I know it doesn't make any sense, that's why I trust it. Writing a screenplay, for me, is like juggling. It's like, how many balls can you get in the air at once? All those ideas have to float out there to a certain point, and then they'll crystallize into a pattern. I do an awful lot of scuba diving. I love to be on the ocean, under the ocean. I live next to the ocean. If you wait until the right time to have a child, you'll die childless, and I think filmmaking is very much the same thing. You just have to take the plunge and just start shooting something even if it's bad. So much of literary sci-fi is about creating worlds that are rich and detailed and make sense at a social level. We'll create a world for people and then later present a narrative in that world. I actually started as a model builder and quickly progressed into production design, which made sense because I could draw and paint. But I kept watching that guy over there who was moving the actors around and setting up the shots. I'm hopeful that we'll be able to study the ocean before we destroy it. If you wanted to move through a virtual reality, it's called a video game. It's been around forever.